All right, here we are. Welcome, welcome, welcome to amping up the first Red Thread Circle in the new format. I am now an official certified Red Thread leader, circle leader, guide of Color of Woman Musea up in Northern California, Sonoma. And it's my great pleasure to be able to continue on the tradition of the Red Thread Circle, through the Red Thread Connection. And that is what brought forth the change. Instead of twice a month, doing a very formal circle on the Tuesday closest to the full moon. So as you know, the full moon's just right there ahead of us. We're just off of it just by about a day. And we're still in that full moon energy. So the fullness of our Red Thread connection will always be illuminated by that celestial body. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick us right off by having us just breathe and just listen to the drum and go into our own breath flow. Okay, so here we go. And just continue to follow the flow of your breath as you breathe it down into your heart. And follow the flow of your breath as you breathe it down into your belly. And follow the flow of your breath as you breathe it down into your womanhood. And follow the flow of your breath as you breathe it down into your feet. And breathe that breath all the way down now into Mother Earth as you ground your energy, anchoring your roots down into the very core of her sacred foundation, her sacred heart, her sacred energy, her healing and her nurturing. And just breathe that power up into you through the soles of your feet, allowing it to rise up through your womanhood, up through your belly, up through your heart, up through your throat, up through your third eye, to the very crown of your head. And feel that energy pouring down over you now. As you feel it balance your energy. And just lavish in her beautiful energy as it flows up through you and down and around you, knowing that you are held in the sacred center of Mother Earth and all life on our beautiful, beautiful planet. And resting in this place in your sacred center, just allow the words of the poem to resonate within you. The women have kept the sacred flames lit throughout the centuries of our ancestors. We will never know them by name, but they call us by our secret names. About them, we only know this: they prayed for us to remember. Remember that we must all tend the sacred flame. And if we don't, if we go to sleep, women will come to wake us. We will hear the rumble of their feet, stirring sleeping dust from our souls. We will feel the numbness part, wiping tired veils of unknowing from our eyes. We will hear them call our name, and we will not be able to resist any longer. Remember, you are made of stars. You are made for this life, this time, right now. You are the torchbearer of the flames of the future. No one can take your fire from you. It is time to light your torch. And when they dance, their hips, feet, bellies, and breasts create the friction of the ancients, rubbing sticks together to make fire. They come rumbling into our consciousness. Little embers in our hearts begin to send sparks. Pow, pow, pow. Then we can see each other and remind each other, there you are. Somehow I remember you. Somehow I have missed you. And this. Let us go and wake the others. It is time to dance of this long sleep. This is how to make sacred fire. We pass it from heart to heart to heart to heart. And take a deep, full breath, and as you breathe in and exhale, allow your awareness to open up, opening and focusing on the screen as I light the fire, as I light the flame of woman remembering and awakening from sleep, for our sisterhood, for the flame keepers, for the fire that burns within us and the center of our sacred circles. And I'm going to take some orange oil and I'm going to anoint you with the water of the earth. And so imagine, sense, visualize, or perceive that I am anointing your forehead right now, blessed by the sacred waters, blessed by the sacred waters. And we breathe the breath of remembering, receiving that breath, that holy air into us, and exhaling and sharing it with the world. And I hold the earth, the physical red thread, as I pass it and hold it out to you to receive it and wrap it around your own wrist, handing it back to me to complete the connection. And now we stand connected in the red thread connection. And today I have the great honor of sharing with you our new red thread vow. You're welcome to just hear it move through you. You're welcome to say it line by line after I speak each line. It's totally your call. Do what feels right for you. But as of our graduation and my initiation as a red thread circle guide, this is now the red thread vow that will be shared to all sisters who come fully into the red thread circle. I am connected to you as you are connected to me. I am called to this circle as you are called to this circle. I am responsible for my unique piece of red thread, as you are responsible for yours. I witness you as you witness me. Together, we choose to be in red thread circle. Love is the center of our choices. Blessings. And so now what I'm going to do is have you sink in. We're going to begin right away. And I'm just sharing with you a housekeeping element before we do our meditation and our inquiry. We're going to be working with slips of paper. And so all I did was I used a piece of this 7x10 watercolor paper. And I folded it in half and I creased it both ways with my bone. And then I opened it up and I folded each of the halves and creased it both ways with the bone. So what it did was it created 4 panels. And then I took that and I folded that in half. And I creased it both ways. So what it gave me is 8 slips of paper. And I'm not pinning, you can't see my hands, I just realized. Let me get my hands up here with you.
I can see them.
You can see them okay? All right. So once I did that, it gave me 8. I'm recommending we do 12, but I only wanted to demonstrate the 8 because it's one sheet, and then I will have another half of a sheet. And then of course, when we rip paper like this, because it's such heavy stock, if you just use a ruler, then it rips apart pretty easy. And each of these 12 slips of paper are going to be used, and I'm not worried about that, okay? Because for me, I don't get too upset about anything that's not uniform when it comes to creative stuff like this. So when I have uneven splits on it, I don't stress and I don't allow my critic to come in, because it serves no purpose and this is an organic process. So what you're going to need, if you don't have it, is to take a minute to get 12 little slips of paper like this. They don't have to be real big pieces. but you're going to need 12 for this process. And you can even take just a sheet of regular copy paper and fold it and rip it too. It really is very easy. It's whatever you want it to be. And once you have your 12 strips of paper, if you have a hole punch handy, that's great. Otherwise, you can use a pencil, but all you want to do is at one end, put a hole. And if you don't have these tools with you, that's okay too. This is something you can do after our time together. I'm just going to demonstrate every part of it so that you have the full process. And on our list of supplies, I had you pre-cut 12 red ribbons or some other color. And what you'll do is you will, of course, tie one end of that ribbon through your slip of paper. And again, you don't have to do all of that right now. Maybe just 2 or 3 of them you want to do it too, so that 2 or 3 of them you have done completely, and the rest you can do when we're no longer together and you're finishing up. Because like anything we do, when we're in circle together, we rarely finish it, but we get the foundation of it. And that foundation allows us to get the energy into what we're doing. So there you have it. I've just done 3, and the rest I can do later. But I'm going to have all 12 out and the rest of my 9 ribbons off to the side. You'll want to have next with you something that you're going to write with. I have all these Sharpie pens that I brought out, different colors. You can use different colors or you can use one color. It really is up to you. Okay, now the last bit of housekeeping that we're going to do in preparation before we move forward is you were invited to have a large sheet of paper upon which you're going to create your Lady of Self-Blessing. But one end of it is where you want to take a hole punch and punch 12 holes. So, and you can do that now, you can do it after the painting is over. I'm just demonstrating to you. I put one in the center and then one on either side so that it sort of divides it evenly, and we have 12, right? So that's 6 on this side and that's 6 on this side, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then you put 2. It just helps to evenly disperse them. I don't measure things out because I don't feel it's necessary for art. Okay, so there you have it. Eventually, I think you've already guessed that we're going to be tying these to the end of our, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put this paper away off to the side for now, and we're coming back to here. So I'm going to be also playing music for us while we do this process. I'm going to be guiding, so I'll be turning down the music, but here's what we're doing. I'm going to take you into your inner landscape. And in your inner landscape, I'm going to give you an inquiry. I'll have you sit with that inquiry while music plays, and then at your own pace, I want you to begin to work with it. So we're going to be asking Our Lady of Blessings what self-blessings we really need to bestow on ourselves, okay? And as they come to us, you're simply going to open up your eye and write that blessing down. Write it and write it and write it. If you don't get 12, that's okay. But I'm going to give us enough music to write down 12 blessings. So at this point, I invite you to sink in. And to just begin to follow your breath inward again. And go into your sacred center. Begin to follow the breath in. And as you follow your breath in, begin to allow an inner landscape to appear. And this landscape can look however it feels good for it to look. It can be anywhere. It can be the forest. It can be a meadow. It can be a bluff. It can be the ocean. It can be a lake, a stream. It can be the desert. Allow your inner landscape to appear. And there you see a circle of women. You see me, you see other Red Thread sisters gathered. And we are gathered around a fire, a beautiful fire that reaches up to the sky. It is our flame of the red thread. It is our sacred flame represented. Join this circle of sisters. And we begin to call now to the Lady of Self-Blessings, asking for blessings that we know we need, but also opening to hear the blessing we're told to give. And as each blessing comes to you, begin to record it onto one of the slips of paper. And when your blessings have all come to you and you've written them down, lay them out. And if you have watercolors, splash color over them. If you don't have watercolor, it's okay. Just sit quietly and receive inspiration from your blessings. Once you have your 12 blessings written on your slips of paper, and if you have washed them with a color, we will move forward, and you'll be able to continue working on these. But at this time, we're going to open to welcome Our Lady of Self-Blessing. And so if you'll take a moment to finish what you're doing there, to pause. And then the rest of the time we'll spend painting and working on both things, I'm going to invite you once again to go inside, back into that campfire, back into your inner landscape, back to where the circle of sisters is gathered. Imagine, sense, visualize, or perceive that each of us is connected through the red thread connection. It weaves around the circle, wrapped around our wrists. And in the center of our circle is the flame. And now we set the sacred circle around us. We call to the ancestors, the keepers of the ancient wisdom and lands. Teach us to remember where we live and who we are. North, south, east, west, betweens, above, below, the compass of compassion shows the way to go. To the earth, flowering moss, salt of earthen forms, flavor us with your sultry crystal shine. And to the east, the air, winged blessing of angel breathing air, cleanse our vast holdings to ancient tears of all fears. Cleanse and purify away. And to the fire, the sacred south, the sky traveler's story is illuminated in firelight. Waywardness and weariness give way to warmth. And to the west, the sacred water, shimmering water on trembling surface. Shimmer us with your soft diamond veils. And beneath us, mysterious roots of the underground terrains, may we attend evening supper in your luminous abyss. And to the soaring heights of swirling stardust twinkle, will you array our cosmic address in such raiment? And to the sacred center, inside the folded spiral of the thresholded rose, we lovers are surrounded by the awareness of belonging. And we call now as a single voice, we call to you, Our Lady of Blessings, to come, come, show us each your face, show us each the side you wish to present. We know our connection with you will be personal. Each of us will have a personal connection to you. And for that we are thankful. And as you make yourself present to us, revealing your image in all your glory to us, may we be honored to paint it as a remembrance of our connection to you this day and these blessings of self that we have been given during our red thread circle this full moon tide. Honor us with your presence, with love, blessings. And now, my sister, I'm going to put the music on as we begin to paint our sacred lady.
The great Adriatic Mother, in the arms of the Mother I lay down. In the arms of the Mother, the great Adriatic Mother, in the arms of the Mother I lay. In the arms of the Mother, with the great Adriatic Mother, in the arms of the Mother I
Now, though we may not do it right now, when your painting dries, what you'll do is take each of your words and tie it at the bottom. And it's a bit of a ceremony, so when you're tying it, you would want to acknowledge Our Lady of Blessings. Thank you for this blessing of comfort. And you want to say it out loud like that because she's giving you that blessing. And you tie each one, and then when you hang it on your wall, the blessings will be lifted in the breath of spirit, and allowed to continually be activated. Okay, I'm gonna bring myself here. I don't think you could. So when you hang it and the blessings dangle, then they're constantly activated. So I'm going to bring us back into full view. And I'm going to invite you to unmute yourself. So go ahead and unmute. It's down at your bottom, the bottom left corner. Yeah, there you got it. There you got it. And I want to go ahead, and we are still connected by the red thread. So I would like to invite you to share what came up for you in your connection with Our Lady of Self Blessings, and also your blessings, if they, the blessings that came through, if there were any that were surprising, that just popped in, or that maybe you even heard some of the other women around the circle saying. So feel free to go ahead and share, and also show your blessing. And I'm going to pin you.
I can't say that I felt any blessings from outside of myself, but was walking down a rather quiet path, and then realized I needed some celebration and joy and all that added to it. Shall I share my 12?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Okay, empathy, celebration, silence, listening, inner peace, calmness, sharing, compassion, love, laughter, growth, and joy.
Yeah, those are beautiful.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Very nice. I guess I should share mine, right? Do you want me to share mine? Although I don't know, you might have seen me writing them, but comfort,
Yes,
happiness, support, understanding, love, consciousness, expansive illumination,
Okay.
friendship,
Yeah.
truth,
Mm-hmm.
happiness,
Mm-hmm.
acceptance, health, growth, and it came emotional, spiritual, mental. I guess I need a lot of growth and prosperity.
Lovely.
Yeah, and the message that came, the personal message that came through to me from her, from Our Lady of Blessings, was that the lightness of heart was being given to me. That was her personal blessing to me. The lightness of heart is being given. And so I'm going to actually write that on here. The lightness of heart is
Sounds good.
given you. Yeah, because that came through when I was painting, and I thought that was significant. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'd like to just have us, before I cut the red thread, I'd like to just have us sink back into that place inside of us, that sacred place inside of us. And just follow your breath of self-blessing, knowing that you do have the ability to self-bless when you need it. And Our Lady of Self-Blessing is really you. She lives within you. And you show her to others when you offer them blessing. So inside of you is radiant, luminous code, ciphers ripe for deciphering. And this scene is what you came here for. Some might call us an artist and a poet and a philosopher and a mother, if they favor us. But we are merely witnesses, witnesses to each other's potential beauty. Inside of you, stardust is begging the seams to cross the veil of form, reach through and take hold of the tail of particle and wave and pull it through to this place where our hearts can witness each other. Inside of you, there is something sacred, that which I call content, that belongs only to you as you. Sometimes you don't see it. I always see it. We are all witnesses to it in you. And we have need of your gifts. Place them here on the altar. Inside of you, there is a great longing to be seen, but only you can feel this longing. We already see your radiance, yet your longing perhaps persists. Now you know you must see yourself to be fully seen in the way you seek, and that allows you to become your own witness. Inside of you, a great call is calling. A great wheel is turning towards you. That which is yours to do is at the threshold, beckoning for you to witness with your eyes. There are many ways to say yes. Here, take this pen, take this brush, take this keyboard, and give yourself as a love offering to your own life. I witness you, Lady of Blessing. Blessed be.
Thank you.
So now as we cut our threads, even though we may be disconnected from one another by this physical red thread, we remain always connected to each other by virtue of the red thread. And so, as always, I remind you, whenever you have need, all you have to do is tug on that red thread and let us know, and we're there for you. So from my heart to yours, thank you so much for participating in this Red Thread Circle. And we've amped up, and now nothing can stop us.
That's right.
Thank you. And you have a wonderful evening.
You too, dear.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.